Hi, this is Melanie with Above All Fabric, and today I'm going to show you an idea of taking the wonderful voile prints that the designers are putting out these days and just making them into fun scarves for spring. They're great to update your wardrobe, they're great to give as gifts, and they're just really fast to make and really fun. So on this one here, I've taken two different prints and sewn them together. I used my serger and I left it so that the stitching would be exposed because I wanted to add a little bit of texture and a little bit of an industrial look. And then I just made it into one continuous loop of fabric, which then you just wrap around yourself for a fun spring scarf. Another idea is to have just a regular scarf where it's open on both ends. Then you can knot it. So you have a nice big chunky knot up top. Which looks great with a t-shirt, a dressy shirt, jeans, a skirt. You can wear it with just about anything. You can take it and just loop it around you, which is one of my favorite ways to wear it. Just these prints are so wonderful and the fabric is so fun, it just makes you want to drape yourself in it. So that is why scarves are such a wonderful option. On this one I just took a single layer of fabric and I just wear it as a regular scarf. So you can even tie it as a belt around you. There's just so many fun choices of things to do with it. And it's as easy as that. Now I have these kits done up on my website where they come with the two fabrics already cut for you. My website is aboveallfabric.com, and one of the questions that I get asked often is voile hard to work with? Is there anything special that I need to do? And I'm here to assure you that it is very easy to use. You don't have to change feet. You can use a stitch length of 2 to 2.5 like you do on your typical projects. The voile is 100% cotton, so there's nothing you need to do that's anything different even for care of the product afterwards. So it's very user-friendly, very easy to use. I just make sure to pin my edges so it doesn't shift on me, which really isn't that different than what you're doing typically anyway. Now to do the scarf, I've taken my pieces and I've cut it to 2 yards length, so it's 72 inches long. And then I cut these strips 9 inches wide. So we're going to put it right sides together. Just pin it together like I said so it doesn't shift. You're going to start at the top edge, pivot around the corner, so all the way around, until you get back up to that top edge. Now when you get to the top, you're going to want to leave a 3 to 4 inch opening so that you can turn it right side out and slip stitch that opening closed. On some of the prints, it's difficult to tell what is the right side of the fabric and what is the wrong side of the fabric. And what I tell people about that is if you can't tell when you're looking at the fabric, you're not going to be able to tell when you're wearing the fabric either. So don't stress out about it too much. So we're going to sew this together. Now I use the width of the presser foot as my seam allowance. And you start out, be sure to back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Get up to the corner here, pivot around, and just keep going. And it really is as simple as that. Okay, so now I've sewn it together, right sides together, and flipped it inside out. And then I went ahead and I ironed the ends under just so that they would match up nicely. And I'm just doing a quick slip stitch to sew that in together. Now, of course, you could put that back into your machine and just do a really narrow seam right there, if you didn't mind that there was some stitching showing. So we're almost finished with the scarf. And that's it. You're done with the scarves. Like I said, they're great for updating your spring wardrobe. They're great for gifts. They're just a lot of fun and they have a lot of possibilities. So if you end up making them, I would love to see them. You can always email me at aboveallfabric@gmail.com. And I also have a Flickr group, Facebook page, I'm on Twitter, all of those places. So I'd love to hear from you if you end up making any. And thanks for having me.